Super Bowl 14 Sunday at 5:55 on Radio 124. The defending Super Bowl champion Pittsburgh Steelers against the LA Rams at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. I'll take the Steelers. However, Al, if you're giving the 10 or 11 points, I'll take the Rams.
No, I'm not. You give me the 10 or 11 points. I like the Los Angeles Rams. I think they have a good shot at it, Jim. They're playing good football, but quote that I read in a plain dealer by Joe Green, he said, doesn't have the feeling like he had the past couple of years. I think Pittsburgh isn't going to play well for one reason. It's been raining out in California. Pittsburgh doesn't play that well on grass. And with the wet turf, it's going to be a little bit harder, I think.
Interesting note that not too many people have mentioned. The fact that Los Angeles, despite being an underdog during much of this playoff, they were an underdog against Dallas, certainly an underdog against Pittsburgh here. Los Angeles has had to win both of its two playoff games on the road. They beat Dallas at Dallas and Tampa Bay at Tampa Bay.
I'll still say, you want to give me those 10 points?
No, I'll take the points.
That's not fair.
We're ready for second half action here at the Chaney High School Gymnasium. This is Jim Marzano with Al Del Torio. Our engineer is Michael Orto. The Wilson Redmen leading the Chaney Cowboys 32-28. Tonight's game being brought to you by the Home Savings and Loan Company. With safe deposit boxes, money orders, traveler's checks, loans for any major purchase or expense, and many other financial services are available, along with home loans and savings accounts. Wilson Redmen won their junior varsity game tonight, 63-58. The officials working this varsity game, Dick Creed, John Harushka. Harushka with the ball in hand, and we're waiting for the Chaney Cowboys. A little slow breaking the huddle here as we get ready for the third quarter. Wilson Redmen standing around. They're lined up. Late and Wash. We'll jump up the third quarter tip, and it's controlled by Harkler Road and Woodrow Wilson. Dave Sandy, Steve Wash, John Murray, Joe Cullen, and Tom Harkler Road for Woodrow Wilson. And I don't think they've deviated from that starting five, Al. Jumper from the left-hand side. Murray's shot does not go. We get a whistle. And a foul that's on number 10, Kearney, his second personal. First team foul of the second half. At the line, Murray, 5'11" senior, averaging 6 points a ball game. His first shot is up, no good.
Murray 0-2 from the free throw line tonight.
And has not at all scored. Second shot, no good. Rebound, Sandy, put it up, no good. Lake goes high into the air for the rebound. 32-20. The Redmen by 4. Kearney on the left-hand side. Angelo back to Kearney. 25-footer by Kearney. It's good. Kearney with his second field goal. Total of 8 points on the night for Tony Kearney. Kelvin Harkler Road, left corner, jumper. No good. Rebound, loose ball rebound, picked up by Kearney. Kearney into the front court, bounced past the leg, couldn't control the ball, went out. And the ball goes to the Redmen. 7:05 to play, third quarter.
Chaney has come out poised this second half. It looks like that momentum has stayed with them through halftime. They're playing very good ball coming out this second half.
Top of the circle for the Wilson Redmen. Cullen, long jumper, no good. Blake with the rebound. 32-30. Wilson Redmen leading by 2. Redmen have not yet scored in the third quarter. Del Cagney, wing to the left-hand side. Chaney working in the zone, 2-hour right. Blake, 15-footer, overshoots everything. Harkler Road with a rebound for Wilson. To Murray. Sandy, stop, shoot. Shot doesn't go, but Sandy is fouled.
Foul is on George Harrington, excuse me. His first, the team's second. And you have to give Chaney credit. They've come out the second half, and they're really doing the job.
Picking up right where they left off at the end of the first half. Sandy at the line. Shooting two. The first one is up and in. See, that's 17, I believe, for Sandy. Could make it 18. He does not as his second shot goes in, but bounces out. Lake with the rebound. 33-30. The Redmen by 3. Top of the circle, Kearney. Pass over to the right-hand side to Calcac. Looking to Kearney. Kearney, he's got to shoot long, has no one. And Kearney overshoots everything. Wash with the rebound.
Bad shot selection that time by Kearney.
Top of the circle, Cullen. Pass down to the baseline on the right-hand side. Nobody there to receive it.
10 turnovers on Wilson, and Wilson playing very sloppily so far in the second half.
Allen impressed with the Wilson defense. Herb Lake getting his points, but they're not allowing him to control the ball game.
Very right.
Lake, pass to Angelo. Stolen by Wash. Wash goes to the hoop. All by himself, plays it up and in. 13 points for Steve Wash, and it's a 35-30 ball game. Woodrow Wilson by 5. Cal Cagney on the right-hand side. Pass to Angelo. Rather, Kearney, who then passes to Angelo, over to Cal Cagney on the left wing.
Chaney in a double post position, trying to work one side or another with a box situation, and they're doing a good job of it.
Cal Cagney found Arrington open. Arrington goes to the hoop and scores.
It's just what they need to do is be patient.
Across the timeline goes Cullen, guarded by Angelo. Bob pass down the baseline to Wash. Turnaround jumper, no good. Lake with the rebound. 35-32. Lake passes the ball into the hands of Wash. Wash loses the ball then, and the Cowboys regain position. Kearney passes to Arrington. He loses the ball, and the ball will go to the Redmen.
Both teams have come out and played good defense in the second half.
Up the ball goes to the Cowboys. Arrington. Inbound pass to Blake. Cal Cagney, jumper from the right wing. The shot does not go, and the rebound is by Wash. Steve Wash, 6'3", senior of the Redmen. Harkleroad, baseline left. Out to Murray. Back to Harkleroad. Drives the baseline. And he is throwing up there by Herb Lake.
Herb Lake got off the ground that time, but he got Harkleroad with his body. That's Herb Lake's third personal foul. And again, Wilson has the chance to work on Lake and have him have 4 personal fouls and get him out of there and then try and build up that lead.
Harkleroad at the line. First shot is good. This is a 2-shot foul. Harkleroad with 4. Second shot off the back of the rim. Rebound. Fought for a rebound by Wash. Put it up and in. Wash made it look easy. It's a 38-32 game. Wilson by 6.
Wash, a good college prospect except for his size. The only thing that would be against him.
All right, Angelo passes to Cal Cagney. Tries to get inside. Now to Blake. 10-foot jumper from the right-hand side by Blake. Does not go. Rebound. Fought for. The ball is out of bounds. And last touch by Lake, apparently. The ball goes to Wilson. Both teams looking for their second one of the year in city series play. Murray bounce pass down to the baseline. The ball goes out. And the ball will be turned over to the Chaney Cowboys.
That's the 12th turnover on Wilson so far in this ball game. Chaney has 11.
Hope you're enjoying the ball game from the Chaney High School Gymnasium tonight on WBBW. It's Kearney. Cal Cagney out front for the Cowboys. 20-footer, yes.
He's sending that ball airmail and hitting nothing but net. Nice touch by Cal Cagney.
Draws the Cowboys to within 4 at 38-34. Murray loses the ball. Lake comes up with it. Kearney on the baseline. The ball goes out. Last touch by one of the Redmen. I believe it was Cullen, and the Redmen want time. 3:17 to play in the third quarter. There's a timeout on the floor with the score. Wilson Redmen 38, the Chaney Cowboys 34. Ball game, Wilson has not made one substitution. Only one Chaney substitute has seen action, and that's Chuck Wyatt, who was not in the starting lineup. However, a couple of Chaney ball players have been given rest throughout the game.
That's one thing I have noticed this year. Coach Dick Franco has gone with 7 guys at the most. And surprisingly, again, we haven't seen Ed Demesco. Demesco won the game, and according to Coach Dick Franco, he's not injured. But why he's not in there, nobody knows except Coach Franco.
We've got 3:17 to play in the third quarter. It's Wilson 38, Chaney 34. Arrington will inbound the ball for Chaney at the Chaney baseline. Inbounds at a Herb Lake. Jumper from the right-hand corner. In and out. Rebound by Wash. Wash into the front court. Bounce pass to Murray underneath. Murray shot does not go. Whistle and foul. Foul against Calcagney.
Foul is on Calcagney, his first. That is the team's third personal foul. Make that fourth personal foul. So one more, and Wilson is in the 1-and-1 the rest of the ball game.
All right, the third personal on Calcagney, the fourth team foul for the Cowboys. Murray at the line shooting 1-and-1. Rather, shooting 2, and Murray hits the first one.
Murray 1-of-4 from the charity stripe.
Misses the second as the ball bounces off the back of the rim, goes out. However, the ball goes to the Wilson Redmen. Last touch by one of the Cowboys might have been Arrington. Tony Dalbane, the assistant Wilson coach, yelling instructions to the Redmen. It's Murray from the right-hand corner. Long jumper comes off the front of the rim. Rebound into the hands of Kearney. Murray went down. Appears to be okay now.
That's Murray's third personal foul. And Assistant Coach Dalbane talking to Harkleroad, telling him to get position underneath the board, not to play underneath it.
And third personal foul for Murray, the first team foul for Wilson. Jumper from the right-hand side by the Cowboys does not go. Wash, rather Cullen with a rebound into the front court. Murray. Jumper from the left-hand side. Harkleroad is good. Second field goal on the night for Harkleroad. He has 6 points. It's a 41-34 ball game. Give the Wilson Redmen now jumping out in front. Calcagney drives to the hoop. Shot does not go. Wash for the rebound. It's Cullen to Murray. See if the Chaney Cowboys can come back, as they have a couple of other times in this ball game. Redmen lose the ball. Herb Blake comes up with a loose ball. Dribbles it into the front court. However, we get a whistle, and I believe a foul has been called by Dick Creed in the backcourt. Joe Cullen, number 35, is charged with a foul.
And we have the first replacement for the Wilson Redmen. Checking in, Mike Peters, number 21. Checking out is John Murray, number 11. Murray leaves the game with 1 point and 3 personal fouls.
All right, the foul on Cullen is second, and Chaney has the basketball. Jumper by Lake from 15, shot off the back of the rim, and the rebound is by Wash. Long pass into the front court to Sandy, but he has to slow up, and as he does, the ball is stolen away by Calcagney to Kearney. Whistle and foul down near the Chaney bucket.
Foul is on Peters, and I tell you, Chaney on that fast break does some good passing, some good bounce passing.
At 41-34, Wilson. Cowboys will have the ball at their own baseline. All right, inbound pass. Worked around Lake with the jumper, good. Lake with his 6th field goal. He has a total of 12.
That's his first points of the second half, Jim.
41-36 the score. Out from Peters, bounce pass left-hand side, Cullen. Bob pass underneath to Sandy. Ball goes out, whistle, and a foul on Wyatt.
That's 5 personal fouls, even though Sandy will be shooting 2 shots. Wilson is now in the 1-1 for the rest of the ball game. Big factor, Chaney Cowboys, 5 team fouls.
For Wyatt, his second personal foul at the line. Shooting 2 is Sandy. Sandy hits the first one.
Sandy now has a total of 18 points. Make that 19 points for Dave Sandy.
All right, got both of them at the free throw line. A minute 13 to play, third quarter. It's Wilson 42, Chaney 36. Changing the Chaney lineup. Arrington comes out, Angelo is in, so it's Chuck Wyant, Herb Blake, Mark Cagney, Ron Angelo, and Tony Carney for Chaney. For Woodrow Wilson, Dave Sandy, Steve Walsh, Joe Cullen, Mike Peters, and Tom Hartlerow. Left-hand side, jumper by 24, Angelo. Shot does not go. Hartlerow with a rebound. Gets it to midcourt to Cullen. Peters. Hartlerow left corner. Cullen left of the circle. Less than a minute to play in the quarter. Peters to Cullen. Cullen gets inside, goes to the hoop, banks it. Second field goal of the night for Cullen. He has 4. That extends the Wilson lead to 9. Jumper from the right-hand side by Cal Cagney. That gets Chaney within 7.
Cal Cagney has been on target with that long shot from the outside.
16 seconds to play, third quarter. Wash bombs to Sandy. Layup from underneath.
Sandy has had, I would say, about 6 shots from that baseline.
2 seconds. Jumper from the baseline on the right-hand side does not go. We've come to the end of 3 quarters with the Wilson Redmen leading the Chaney Cowboys 47-38. Ready for fourth quarter action at the Chaney High School Gymnasium. This is Jim Marzano with Al Del Torio. Our engineer is Michael Orto. And the Wilson Redmen have a 47-38 lead over the Chaney Cowboys. It'll be interesting to see if the Cowboys can come back, work at that lead as they did in the second period when Wilson jumped out.
The statistics after 3 periods of play, Wilson shooting 52% from the outside, and that has been the key. They're 19 of 36, 9 of 15 from the free throw line, 60%. Chaney, on the other hand, 16 of 44, 36%, 6 of 7, 85%, and also Wilson is in the 1-1 for the rest of the ball game.
The tip is controlled by Chuck Wyatt. However, we get a whistle, and I believe
foul is on Mike Peters. That is Peters' second personal foul, 14th foul of the second half.
All right, Chaney Cowboys with the ball. Cal Cagney on the right wing. I think we'll see aggressive defense by both of these ball clubs. Jumper from the free throw line. Angelo, shot no good. Rebound. Wyatt, turnaround jumper, no good. Ball goes out. Whistle and foul on Lake.
And Herb Blake looked over to the bench to Coach John Remius. And Remius,
that's the fourth personal for Lake, and the
George Arrington replaces Lake. Lake looked over and he tossed to Remius for a second. He said, "Let me come out and rest a while."
And at the free throw line, shooting 1-1. 33, Steve Wash. First one off the front of the rim. Wash got the rebound. He fought off 2 Chaney defenders. All right, Wash goes to the hoop, but travels with a basketball.
16th turnover on the Wilson Redmen, and this has been one of the biggest problems so far this year, turnovers.
Crossing the timeline is Carney. Pass over to the right-hand side, Cal Cagney. Chuck Wyatt, George Arrington, Mark Cagney, Ron Angelo, Tony Carney for the Cowboys. Jumper from the baseline on the right-hand side. From 15, Carney's shot did not go. Redmen get the ball and get it into the front court. Cullen to Hartlerow, down on the baseline. Cullen out front. Pass over to the right-hand side to Peters. Mike Peters. Cullen underneath. Hartlerow wide open.
Hartlerow lulled the Chaney Cowboys to sleep. The defense snuck back door and had the easy bunny.
8 points on the night for Harkler Road. Wyatt, baseline left, jumper, shot, little short, rebound. Sandy to Peters, to Cullen. Wash in the right corner, tries to get inside, loses the ball, but travels anyway. And the ball goes to the Chaney Cowboys.
Chaney misses Herb Blake right now, Jim. They need him underneath. He's the ball controller of the team.
49-38. An 11-point lead for the Wilson Redmen. I think that's the biggest lead in the ball game. The widest spread in the scoring margin in this ball game. Coming with 6:28 to play in the fourth quarter. Down on the baseline is Kearney, tries to shoot. Ball is batted, and he is. The ball will go to the Chaney. Last touch by one of the Redmen.
Dave Sandy playing an excellent defensive game.
Ball is inbounded to Calcagney. Kearney. Dribble drive in the lane. Boosts the ball. But we're going to get a foul in addition.
Foul
on, I think, 52 Arrington.
Right, Jim. George Arrington picks up his second foul. And Wilson will go down. They will try to increase their lead to 13 points. Checking into the game, we have John Murray. Checking out, we have Cullen. And Herb Blake comes back in. He replaces Chuck Wyan.
6:13 to play in the game. We're in the fourth quarter at Chaney. Wilson leading at 49-38. An 11-point Wilson lead. Harkler Road at the line, shooting 1-1. First shot off the back of the rim. Blake almost had the ball, but Harkler Road got it. Harkler Road to Sandy. Sandy put it up and in. Spread of all players, Dave Sandy. 6'4" senior.
Sandy on the night has 23 points.
Leading scorer on the Wilson Ball Club, averaging 20. Arrington, skipper from the free throw line, no good. Whistle and foul, and I believe that's it for Herb Blake. The fans you hear are the partisan Redmen fans. They are not the home fans.
And that hurts. That hurts very bad. Chaney Cowboys will have to come back. And they will have to do it without Herb Blake. Blake finishes the night 12 points, 16 rebounds.
They've got to make up their mind that they can do it without Herb Blake. They realize that he's such a Super Bowl player, but now they must do it without him, and they've got to make up their minds that they can do it without him. We're going to take a break with 5:50 to play in the ball game. There's a timeout on the floor with the score. The Wilson Redmen 51, the Chaney Cowboys 38. Chaney Fire second win in conference play. One of these teams will pick up its second win in conference play. One will pick up its second loss in conference play. At the free throw line now is number 33, Steve Wash. Dick Creed, one of the officials, hands the ball to Wash. Wash shooting 1-1. First shot by Wash. Up and in. Rolled around the rim. Then dropped it. Didn't look as though it was going to go at first, but it finally did. Wash with 16 points in the game. Second shot, good. 53-38. Here come the Cowboys. They work the ball into the zone to our right. Calcagney, quarterbacking this basketball team. Jumper, got it. Another one of those long shots. 12 points for Calcagney. Wide open, Harkler Road. Wide open for a while. Lyon came in, and there was a collision.
Foul's going to be charged on more Calcagney. Calcagney and Wyatt went up at the same time. Calcagney got charged with a foul. That's his fourth. Harkler Road will be at the line. He is 2 of 4 on the night. And Wilson is 11 of 19.
Cowboys down by 13. They've got to play aggressively, particularly without Herb Blake in there. Jumper, at the free throw line. Harkler Road puts the first one up and in. Second one is up and in. Harkler Road with 10. 55-40. 15-point lead for the Redmen. A jumper from the right-hand side. Angelo, shot does not go. Rebound by Sandy. Sandy gets the ball into the front court. Pass to Wash. Underneath, Sandy up and in. I think we've got a whistle and a foul as well. Sandy with the bucket. His 10th field goal. He has 25 points in this ball game. What a performance by Sandy. The foul is on Arrington. His third personal.
And I think Chaney is just about giving up. They're playing aggressive, but they're not taking a good percentage shot. As Dave Sandy hits his free throw, gives him 26 points on the night. 5 minutes remaining, an 18-point Wilson lead.
What a ball game by Dave Sandy tonight. Cagney, Angelo, right of the circle, forces the shot, does not go, hits the back of the rim, and the rebound by Harkleroad. Harkleroad has complimented Sandy and Wash very, very well tonight, Al, as the ball goes out of bounds on the far sideline, but it'll be regained by Woodrow Wilson. 4:43 left. 58-40, 18-point lead for the Wilson Redmen. Chaney Cowboys came back late in the second quarter, but really showed no signs of being able to come back now. Still plenty of time left, 4.5 minutes. Wash inbound to Peters. And the ball is turned over to the Chaney Cowboys. Cagney into the front court. Cagney wants to shoot from outside, and he is fouled by John Murray.
Murray's fourth foul on the night. John Murray has had things tough. It's been the only bad point for the Wilson Redmen tonight.
Dick Reed and John Haruska working the ball game. At the free throw line is Cagney. Shooting two and hits the first one.
Cagney takes scoring the lead honors for Chaney. He makes the second one. He now has 14 points.
58-42, the Redmen by 16. Murray, bounce pass. Peters goes to the hoop, gets the bucket, and is fouled. Bucket, I believe, is good. It is. Quite a play by Peters.
Foul is on, I think, Chuck Wyant. They have number 73 up on the board, 72. Now they change it as Peters misses the free throw shot.
Peters misses the free throw shot. The Cowboys get it. The foul was on Wyant. It's Angelo on the right wing. Kearney, right corner, looking. Angelo. Back to Kearney. Arrington on the baseline. Drives it. Shot put up. No good. Harkleroad with a rebound. Quite a job by the front line of the Wilson Redmen tonight.
Beautiful play. Beautiful play by Steve Wash. An alley-oop underneath. He was caught up in the air, and he put up the shot, and it went in. Beautiful pass play by both Steve Wash and Peters.
We get a foul down the other end. And the Chaney Cowboys want time. Now some discussion going on. 3:43 to play in the fourth quarter. It's Woodrow Wilson 62, Chaney 40 to a 20-point margin in this ball game now. Tonight's game brought to you by the Home Savings and Loan Company.
The foul was on John Murray, and he is done for the night. Murray checked out with a total of 1 point and 1 rebound. So that will send the Chaney Cowboys to the line. They are ahead by 20 points, 3:43 remaining, 62-42.
Ohio State basketball tomorrow afternoon on WBBW. After the broadcast coverage tomorrow afternoon, Ohio State basketball on WBBW. Cagney at the line for the Cowboys, shooting 1 and 1. This is the first one. Redmen have the ball, 3:39 to play. We're going to try to kill the clock now. Driving to the hoop, Sandy. Sandy, a tremendous night. How many points do you have for him, Al?
28 points for Dave Sandy. Playing a tremendous game, as you mentioned.
Loose ball on the floor in the Chaney zone. And it'll be Chaney's ball at the near sideline.
From the corner that time, Markel Cagney hit one of his airmail shots, and that gives him 16 points on the night.
We're starting to see some substitutes now. Particularly for the Chaney Cowboys. Peters with the ball for Wilson. Jumper up, no good. Hartwell rebound shot, no good. Rebound was. Fadeaway jumper up and in, and we get a foul. See, that'll be 21 points, I believe, for Steve Wash in the ball game. Could make it 22 right here.
Coach Dick Franco is now clearing his bench.
We have 42 Jeff Clark in the Chaney lineup. Wash at the line, shooting the bonus. Got it. 67-44. Wilson will go to 7-3 overall, 2-1 in the city. Jumper by the Cowboys does not go. The rebound by Cullen. Cowboys will drop to 4-5 overall, 1-2 in the league. Going to the hoop, Steve Wash scoring for the Wilson Redmen. 24 points for Wash. Loose ball on the floor picked up by Angelo. Angelo hits from 15 on the left-hand side. 2:14 to play. Hartwell goes to the hoop for the Redmen, 71-46. Jumper by Clark from the baseline on the right-hand side for the Cowboys. Shot didn't go, whistle.
And the Wilson Redmen get a standing ovation from their side of the crowd.
Listen to the crowd as the starting five comes out of the ball game. We're going to see the second five.
They well deserved this standing ovation. Jim played an excellent ball game.
Quite a performance.
Steve Watt ends up with 24. Sandy with 28.
Angelo misses the first of a possible 1-on-1 at the free throw line, and the rebound is by 25, Earl Johnson. Jumper from the baseline on the right-hand side by 41, Rich Magny. Magny with a field goal, 73-46 is the score. Wilson. Cal Cagney, 15-footer right-hand side, shot no good. Rebound by the Redmen. Angelo underneath, fouled by 23, Brad Overby. Minute 39 to play, fourth quarter.
Art Ward checks into the game for Markel Cagney. Cal Cagney had himself a fine night with 16 points.
At the free throw line, Ron Angelo. First one is up and in. Second one is also good. 73-48. We've got full court pressure now being applied by the Wilson Redmen, or rather on the Wilson Redmen by the Chaney Cowboys. Cowboys do get the ball into the front court. Ball being shot up. No good. Loose ball picked up by 25, Johnson. And we're going to get a foul top of the circle.
Foul is on Jeff Clark. That's Gary Nagy, number 42. That is Nagy's second personal foul.
At the free throw line goes 25, Earl Johnson, 5'10 senior. Shot is up and in. I'd like to take this opportunity to remind you you're listening to Scholastic Basketball on WBBW Youngstown. Second shot by Johnson does not go. Rebound by Angelo. Angelo into the front court, loses the basketball. It's picked up by Paul Biller. Biller to number 13. And I'm not sure who that is. We've had some number changes here, but we get a whistle on a foul. No foul, an out-of-bounds play down the baseline. 13 is Mike Hahn. Right, 15, Biller goes to the hoop shot, no good. Rebound, Overby, put it up and in. Less than a minute to go, 56-48 to score. A very impressive win by the Wilson Redmen tonight against a pretty good Chaney ball club. 22, Mike Butch cans two for the Cowboys. Redmen turn over the ball. Picked up by the Cowboys, and Ron Angelo gets the field goal. With 30 seconds to play, 76-52 the score. Whistle called in front of the Chaney bench, which is across the way to our right. Stoppage in play as the ball is turned over. Jumper put up by the Cowboys, no good. Another shot, no good. Rebound, Overby. 18 seconds to play. Diller from the left corner, shot bounces up, no good. Rebound, the Redmen. Overby with a rebound shot up and in 7 seconds. Long pass into the front court by the Cowboys. We get a stoppage in play with 3 seconds left.
And these JVs are playing with the intensity of a championship ball game.
On both sides here. I see Redmen with the basketball. Foul is called 3 seconds, rather 1 second remaining now. So a couple of seconds ticked off with the inbounds play. Foul is on 15, Biller. 1 second left, 78-52 the score at the free throw line. 14, Art Ward hits the first one. Second one, no good. Rebound, Cowboys. Shot goes up and in. Did it go? Yep, it went. They finally put it on the scoreboard. Where do we get that basket to? Was it Timbita? Our engineer wants it. You're not going to get it. I think it was Timbita.
We're disagreeing. We'll give it to Timbita.
I thought it was 34. I'm not sure.
We'll get it to Mike Zambita, John Zambita.
All right, the ball game is all over. The Wilson Redmen have defeated the Chaney Cowboys 78-55. We'll be back with our wrap-up in just a moment. The Wilson Redmen have defeated the Chaney Cowboys 78-55 tonight at the Chaney High School Gymnasium. The Wilson Redmen now increased their record to 7-3 overall. They are 2-1 in the city series. The Chaney Cowboys dropped to 4-5 overall and 1-2 in the city. The Chaney Cowboys will next be in action Tuesday night, Jan 22nd, as they play the East Golden Bears at the South Fieldhouse as part of a city series doubleheader. The Wilson Redmen will next be in action Tuesday, Jan 22nd, at their own gym hosting the South Warriors, and that game will be heard on WBBW with the broadcast coverage beginning at 7:20. Very close ball game for the first period, through much of the second until Wilson took a sizable lead, but the Cowboys came back and made it close at the half. After some close play early in the third quarter, the Wilson Redmen worked and began to build the lead, and they finally wore down the Chaney Cowboys in the fourth quarter and went on to a 78-55 win. Wilson 78, Chaney 55. Al, what about the final statistics?
Well, the final statistics go all in favor of the Wilson Redmen. Of course, you mentioned the final score, 78-55. Wilson was 31 of 56 for 55% from the field, whereas Chaney 23 of 65 for only 35%. Wilson 16 of 27 from the free throw line, 59%. Chaney 11-16 for 68%. Rebounds, Wilson had 43 teams, Chaney had 24. Turnovers, Wilson has 20, Chaney 15. Score at the end of the first period of play, Chaney was leading 14-13. Halftime, Wilson was up by 4, 32-28. 47-38 at the end of 3 periods of play, and the final score once again, 78-55.
Our engineer, Mike Woodrow, very kindly checked with Red Angelo, and it was Sambita who made that final bucket, so we are correct in giving that final bucket to Sambita. What about the individual statistics?
The individual statistics, the leading scores both came from Wilson. Dave, Sandy, and Steve Wash combined for a total of 52 points. Sandy had 28 points, 10 rebounds. Wash had 24 points, 16 rebounds. Going down the line, Tom Harkleroad had 12 points. He also had 7 rebounds.
I want to mention that Harkleroad did an excellent job of complimenting Sandy and Wash on the front line, not only offensively, but also on the board.
Very true. Harkleroad played a good game, and you have to mention again that Ed Demechko did not play a single minute in this ball game. Also for Wilson, Brad Overly had 4, Joe Cohen had 4, Rich Magny had 2, as did Mike Peters, and Earl Johnson had 1. For the Chaney Cowboys, they were led by Markel Cagney, who was hitting airmail balls from about 25 feet. Nice shots, nothing but net when he did make them. Played a good game. He had 16 points. Herb Lake had a total of 12 points, 16 rebounds. Herb fouled out early in the 4th quarter. After that, Ron Angelo had 10 points. Anthony Carney, 8. Joe Zambita had 2. Mike Butch also had 2. And George Arrington and Chuck Wine each had 2. Art Ward canned a free throw in the last few seconds of play. So the final score once again from the Chaney High Gymnasium, Wilson 78, Chaney 55.
Al, come.
You shake it, shake your checkbook's overdrawn.